Good afternoon, my babies, or good morning, or good night. Whatever time you are watching this video, I am your girl Raya J, and I am back with another video for you guys. We're on video number 5, I believe, and today I want to talk about dealing with depression, stress, and anxiety, my babies. I know there's many people out in the world that suffer severely from these mental disorders and stresses in life, and it's very hard to deal with it. Not a lot of people, I find, want to talk about this, it's like, my babies, it's like we're scared to talk about this topic, and I do think it's a very, very serious topic. There are people dealing with these mental illnesses, stressors, and struggles in their lives, so we have to talk about it. So if you are somebody out there dealing with depression, anxiety, stress, right, chronic stress, I want to let you know that it is all right. I want to let you know that it will be all right. However you deal with the mental illness, personally, I want to applaud you, because it's not easy. It's not easy. This world is a lot of things that we need to face. Let's face the truth. Let's talk about it, and let's educate our people. So with that being said, I want to share my story of dealing with depression, anxiety, and stress. Now, this is a PSA, my babies. I have not been professionally diagnosed with these with depression, and I haven't been professionally, medically diagnosed with anxiety either. It's just I found myself stressing a lot. Excuse me. Last year I found myself really stressed out, and it was a different kind of stress, my babies. It wasn't the normal stress, like, oh, I'm stressed out, however you deal with stress, and then a couple hours later you're fine. No. For me, I was going through traumatic events in my life that caused me to have chronic daily stress in my life. It caused me to suffer from anxiety. With my babies, I didn't even, I just didn't want to be bothered with nobody. I didn't want to necessarily make friends. Even now, I don't really want to make friends. Y'all are my babies. Honestly, y'all are all I need. I don't need friends. I got a couple people that's in my corner, and I can call them, and I fuck with them, but I don't really have friends. My husband is my best friend. My daughter is my best friend. So those are the people that I truly need in my life. And we have to embrace these things. So with that being said, how to deal with depression, stress, and anxiety? Well, first, we have to calm down. We have to breathe. Do you know the proper way to breathe, my babies? You inhale through the nose, and then you exhale. Inhale the good through your nose, and exhale the bad. You understand what I'm saying? We have to breathe. We have to calm down, and we have to stop overthinking situations. This is where the spiritual side of you should come in, right? When you're stressing and you're thinking too much, you're going through something, whatever it is, I'm pretty sure y'all can relate, whatever it is, whatever you're going through in your life. Try not to stress so much. My babies, if you haven't noticed, stress is actually, I had bit the inside of my cheek, is actually the #1 killer. Not AIDS, not HIV, not cancer. It's stress. Because we get these things, right? And we stress. We're constantly thinking, oh my God, I'm gonna die. Oh my God, my life is over. No one is gonna love me. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All that kind of stuff. So the first things to do is recognize you have the problem. Go to a doctor and be professionally, medically diagnosed. Don't diagnose yourself. I'm telling you, I tried it. I was bugging out, And then when you go see these professionals, they'll let you know, okay, it seems to me that you have this illness, Now, if it's chronic, they'll most likely want to prescribe you on a medication. I know people that have kids. I know adults that are suffering, and not suffering, let me reword that. I'm sorry, my babies, that are dealing with these mental illnesses, and it does take a toll on you. I'm not on here talking like I'm perfect or I know everything, right? Or the way that I'm dealing with it is the #1 way to deal with it. No. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying we have to relax. Once we relax and you go see a doctor and get professionally and medically diagnosed with any of these mental illnesses, depression, anxiety, chronic stress, okay? Then that professional, I guess, will let you know the different options on how to care for you. Because you can't look at everybody else's situation. You have to focus on you and do what's best for you and your body and your heart and your mind, right? So with that being said, I was so stressed, you guys, last year. I was really stressed out. I was in a really rough, just a rough time in my life, right? So I thought, I'm bugging out. Let me go to the doctor. Let me talk to the doctor because I feel crazy, And I went, see my doctor. They ran tests. Guess what, my babies? No, your girl is not suffering from your girl is not dealing with depression. Your girl does deal with chronic stress from life stressors. Also, she says, because of these life stressors, it causes me to have anxiety. Because as I'm stressing, I'm constantly thinking. So she put it like this. Basically, Mariah, in your mind, you are replaying these situations 50 times and you're still coming up with the same result. So what I would suggest to you, she said, because you don't need medication. You're perfectly fine. Just like everybody, we deal with life stressors that causes us anxiety sometimes. But with me, the anxiety blows over. Like I was talking about in the beginning of the video. Normal people stress out. Not normal, but whatever. Some people, when they stress out, they only stress out for a minimum of time. And then, they lift themselves back up. Me, I stress out. It causes me anxiety to rethink. And then I done rethink myself into a bad mood. a negative mood. So that has been really hard for me, you know, dealing with that, coming to terms with, you know, that I'm dealing with chronic stress. And, you know, it causes me to have anxiety. And, you know, okay, so that's what she told me, right? So I said, Doc, do I need to be on medication? You know, I mean, you're diagnosing me, but you're not really diagnosing me, because you'll think these people, you know, I just always thought that when you're diagnosed, they'll, you know, offer you medication, they'll offer you a number of different things, right? But in my case, she was like, listen, Mariah, the only thing I suggest you to do is we're gonna sign you up with our therapist here on us, you know, here at the doctor's office, and I want you to come and see her once a week. And within that time, you will express yourself and you will talk about the things that you're going through and dealing with and overcoming, right? So I started going to therapy, y'all, which I haven't been to therapy since I was like 6 years old. But that's a whole nother video. For now, we're just talking about dealing with depression, anxiety, and stress. And also how I am dealing with it, how I found out, when I found out, and, you know, to fast forward to now, a year later, how am I doing? How am I doing, my babies? Well, I would say I'm doing pretty good. You know, I'm just too blessed to be stressed, my babies. Honestly, you know, even if I find myself in a bad mood, sulking, you know, I'm stressed, I feel like I'm ready to pout, guess what? I instantly think of all my blessings. I instantly think of all that I achieved, how far I've came, and how good God is to me. All right? So that's the video for today, you guys. It's not too much. It's not too little. It's another video, as I promised you all. I will be back in a week with another video. This is your girl, Raya J, and you are now tuning in to my channel.